Hello, welcome to the Movie Time channel. Today we want to top 5 best web series like Game of Thrones. Number 1. C is an American science fiction drama television series produced for Apple TV Plus and starring Jason Momoa and Alfre Woodard in leading roles. The series is set in a post-apocalyptic dystopia in the distant future where humanity's descendants have lost their sense of sight, and the ability to see is considered to be myth. The plot is set in motion by the birth of twin-sided children in a mountain tribe. Number 2. House of the Dragon is an American fantasy drama television series created by George R.R. Martin and Ryan Condal for HBO. A prequel to Game of Thrones 2011-2019, it is the second television series in the A Song of Ice and Fire franchise. Based on Martin's 2018 novel Fire and Blood. The series is set about 100 years after the birth of Daenerys Targaryen. Featuring an ensemble cast, the show portrays the events leading up to the beginning of the decline of House Targaryen. Number 3. Spartacus is an American series produced in New Zealand that premiered on Starz on January 22, 2010, and concluded on April 2013. The fiction series was inspired by the historical figure of Spartacus, a Thracian gladiator who from 73 to 71 BC led a major slave uprising against the Roman Republic departing from Capua. Executive producers Stephen S. DeKnight and Robert Tapert focused on structuring the events of Spartacus' obscure early life leading up to the beginning of historical records. Number 4. The Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power. Set thousands of years before the events of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, the series is based on author J.R.R. Tolkien's history of Middle-earth. It begins during a time of relative peace and covers all the major events of Middle-earth's Second Age, the forging of the Rings of Power, the rise of the Dark Lord Sauron, the fall of the island kingdom of Númenor, and the last alliance between elves and men. Number 5. Vikings. Valhalla is set more than 100 years after the events of Vikings, in England. Tensions between the descendants of the Vikings and native English reach a bloody breaking point. The Norse also clash amongst themselves over conflicting Christian and pagan beliefs. The beginning of the series depicts the St. Brice's Day massacre in 1002 and intends to conclude with the end of the Viking Age, marked by the Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066.